Game. Entering. Team select screen. The Green Bay Packers. The home. Ready.
Looks like we playing Aaron Rodgers Packers.
Back in Week 15, the Rams lost a defensive grinder in their first matchup against the Packers. Can Green Bay sweep the series? Find out next.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
Hey.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies and my
Hey, what's going on?
wings in this one. And every
All right, so with this one, we take the conference.
This game, the conference
We can win this one.
may have more intensity than even the Super
Already got the
Bowl.
division.
You know what the
We just got to
stakes
get the
are. You're trying so hard
conference.
to get to the big game. That this is the one that's the real challenge.
That last game was kind of tough.
Not much.
Entering play call
Cool,
screen.
cool. Same here, just chilling.
Onside kick. Kickoff left.
For the chance to head to Arizona,
Oh no.
time for Super Bowl 57. We are underway
Might
now
be
in the
a
NFC Championship. No run back here on the opening
nope.
kickoff as we'll
Too much.
start at the 25. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And we can
All right.
talk all we want about football.
So we are going to play them first.
In order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular
Aaron Rodgers
season.
throws.
Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams,
But they'll probably start on the ground.
playoffs.
Entering
All the
play
pressure
call.
reverts to
Cover
the
2 minutes.
quarterback,
Cover 1
and he has
LB
to play
blitz.
well and play a really high.
How do you get as much accessibility as possible on Madden NFL 23?
Rodgers in the air to start things out.
Ooh,
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Bobby
oh
Wagner
no,
leading
why
the
did he
surge
do
as
that?
He drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, partner, a couple points
Jeez.
of interest right here, all right?
He went to the air immediately. That's no good.
But maybe more importantly, the blitz that came
All right,
defensively,
so
they got right after
so
it.
You were telling me
accessibility.
before we came on air, you think this is
It's
something we could see a lot.
there's an accessibility menu, and then also there's some settings
Play call.
for
Coach
kicks
suggestions. There are
and
6
stuff.
categories. Cover 2 man. Over Storm Brave.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, a good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He ran it himself.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball
Entering.
quickly
Cover
to
two
him
man.
before
Over
either
Storm
guy in
Brave.
double coverage could react.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for
We gotta get down here and
forcing that incompletion.
get in this end zone.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over.
PS5.
They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion
yeah.
14th NFL season.
Yeah, so
Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
if you're playing on PS5 or Series or any like Xbox Series,
Certainly played like a top pick.
then the playbooks are narrated. If you're still on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, then they're not.
Anytime soon. Not only that, it's also one of the tougher
All right, we're gonna start on the ground, and then also it's about kind of knowing about football. That helps. That helps a lot too with the play calls and stuff.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers, and he'll take this ahead for.
I mean, are you playing on PS5?
Yeah, I'm playing on PS5.
Spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this
Yep.
before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth
Didn't get much on that last run. Let's see if we can get a little bit more.
Make your move then.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
There are 8 categories.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
R1 button. Cross
Here's
button.
Stafford.
Circle button.
Got a man open. It's
Me too.
and getting this
Cool.
just shy of
Pigs.
midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Take that.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Triangle button.
Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee.
Entering
And he's going to be
play
taken down at
double
about the
spot.
33.
Second and 3.
R1
Throwing
button.
again on second down. Stafford and
Triangle.
that one off the mark.
Dang it.
Incomplete.
I will see Northern trying to get the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Yep, I'll take that.
Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that
Oh.
7-yard pickup back on
Entering play
first.
call.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but
51
looked like
yards.
those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having
Pick up
absolutely
TK
none of it,
pass.
stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't
Pick
get any
up T
leverage
rollout
up front and
pass.
move people aside in order to
Pick
run
up
the ball.
Pearl, Ohio. Mesh spot. Circle button. Square
On
button.
4th down,
R1
Stafford.
button. Triangle button.
Got him.
Open is Robinson. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23
Entering DDL
yards.
stick.
Charles, their
quick
first
phase.
drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan
Entering
for
play
it, Brandon, and when you think
snaps
about it,
spot, zone
let's
kick
just
jet.
say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Only a yard of the pickup
And
there,
during
and it'll
play
bring up a
spacing
3rd
switch.
down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the
Triangle
ground,
button.
honed in
Circle
on it,
button.
and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They'll
Entering
wind up losing
field goal
3 here
Prentice.
on the
Pick
play,
FG
and
rollout.
it'll be 4th down.
verticals.
I know we saw the pass and the
For
completion,
comebacks.
and obviously the resulting loss of
verticals.
yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it. Because if you're going to try and swing
Cross
it that
button.
far outside,
R1
that
button.
blocking's got to hold up to
Triangle
give your guy a
button.
chance.
In the
Triangle
defense, they
button.
weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
That one
Wow.
down here, that pass knocked away and
How many people touched that ball? Like, come on. It was just moving around. I kept hitting triangle because it was like there's a bunch of people. Finally got to the ground though.
I like what
Entering
They
play.
got it the
Cover
first
2
time they
man.
went
Right.
for it.
Overload
Why
3
not a
scheme.
second time?
Cover
I
2
don't think they'll
man.
be daunted from
Cover 3
attempting it
club.
again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though,
All
any
right.
fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is caught by
Ooh.
Amari Rodgers. And he's able to get this one all the way
Yeah,
past
that
the
was
30.
really, that's a good one.
Executed 22-yard gain.
Ugh.
And they were backed up to start the drive,
Entering
but not
play.
anymore.
Cover 2
Now,
man.
that's the play call
Overstorm
that
break.
the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Womp womp.
Back for the second
Entering
quarter
play.
in Green
Cover 2
Bay.
man.
It's the Packers
Cover 3
in
spy.
possession of the football. As they've
All right,
got
we're
it
gonna go
with
for a
1st and
spy.
10.
Maybe they might run.
Now Rodgers. Throw complete there.
Ooh, we have a
Rodgers.
short pass.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
Hopefully
While
it
they
ain't a
come out
ram.
and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Cover 1 hole. Overstorm brave.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. And his throw
Entering
here
play
is
call. Coach
incomplete.
suggest. Cover 1 Robin
Had
showed.
open man that time.
Overstorm
We ended
brave.
up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Damn it.
Man able to find Rodgers.
Ugh.
And this is going to be another first down as
Whack.
the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard
Entering
line.
cover 1
21
hole.
yards there on
FS
third down.
5-3.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and
Right.
10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Entering play.
When you're
Cover
playing a
3.
quarterback with some
Overstorm
experience
brave.
and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about
Damn.
that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a
Entering play.
secondary target
Cover 1
for a
hole.
really nice game.
Seems as if the passing
They
attack's
might
starting
get
to heat up a
into
little
the
bit
end
in
zone
second
here.
quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
I was about to say.
Entering
Throw to the
play
end zone
call.
on
Coach
first down,
suggest.
but it
Cover
winds
2
up
man.
incomplete.
Oh, they
Cover
were
3
so
scheme.
close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They'll run the jet sweep now. Rodgers. And he'll fight his way down right around the
Entering play
12.
call. Cover
He'll
1
get
Robin
only
showed you.
3 there, so it
Overload
leaves him with a
3
3rd and
scheme.
7 ahead.
Overstorm
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this
Cover 3
play,
hard flat.
it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And the Packers are going to have first
Whack.
and goal as they try to finish off this drive
Entering
with 6
60
points.
pinch.
I think he has to be
60
saying
pinch.
to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the
Spread.
ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
That is caught by
Ugh.
Cobb. And it's
Whack.
a Packer touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC
Womp womp.
title game.
Entering play call. Coach suggest.
There was no
Base
going
lock,
through the
base
progressions
lock
on that
left.
touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
block
His
left.
receiver won that route early,
Good block
presented
left.
himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Entering play
gain of 5, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back
that fool's wide open.
Before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Terrible.
Rodgers going to throw. Caught by Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. He'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Cover 2 man. Cover 1 LB blitz.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Entering play call. Return middle.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams going to take over late in this 1st half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Cross button. Triangle
on first
button.
down, Stafford
Triangle
here.
button.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get a solid
Entering
gain
play
of 9
call.
before
Coach
being brought down.
suggestions. There are
Second
8
and right at a
categories.
yard.
You have 30 options.
The Rams going to go
Follow
ahead and
the
use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Entering play call. Coach suggests shock H option. Ohio sale.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a
Run
yard.
button. Cross button.
Now it's Stafford.
Triangle button.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
Entering play call.
Stafford
Flood.
to his number
Flood.
1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first.
Cross
To
button.
throw is Stafford.
Triangle button.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
This defense not going to make it easy for
Entering
you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Pass. Quick pass. There. Hail Mary.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold,
Triangle button.
I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's
Entering
looking at me
play
like
call.
I'm crazy.
There
And
are
now we'll
6
get a late
categories.
timeout
You have 3
as it comes in the
options.
waning
Hail Mary is
moments
selected.
of quarter number 2.
Entering play call. Hail Mary. There are 6 categories. You have 3 options. Hail Mary is goal post. Hail Mary. Cross
The
button.
final shot
Circle
before the
button.
break, Stafford.
Triangle button.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll head down to, who has time for a halftime
Entering
show with a
bunker
trip to the
adjustments.
Super Bowl
Run
on the
outside.
line? Let's get back
Throw
to it.
short. Run inside. Defend out. Defend geek pass. Defend medium pass.
And we
Entering
welcome you
play
back
call.
now alongside
Special.
Charles
Return
Davis. I'm
middle.
Brandon Gordon getting
Return
set
left.
for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3.
Option is
And
set
they have
to
work to do
Coach
in the
suggests
second half
across
if they
cut
want to earn
inside
that
zone.
berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing
Entering
what we've been
play
doing
call.
all
Drag
year
curl.
long.
Inside
That
zone.
should be more than good enough.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a
Entering
gain
play
of
call.
5.
Coach
I have to
suggestions.
think a
There
major
are 8
focus of the
categories.
halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to
PhD
create
zone
space for the running
WK.
game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they
Entering
thinking
play-
on defense
cross
there?
drag.
They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they
Triangle
handed it to
button.
him. That was way
Circle
too easy.
button.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Just his 2nd catch of the
Entering
game so far. This one moves the
shot.
chains.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive,
Circle
and they're off
button.
to a fast start here.
Off the
Triangle
fake
button.
to Akers. Here's
Triangle
Stafford.
button.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to be taken down right at
Entering
the
play
40-yard
call.
line.
Coach suggestions.
It's funny,
There
throughout
are
the
8
time that we've been
bench,
together, when we
jet
talk with
sweep.
running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball.
Circle
They think
button.
they're going to win those too.
Circle button. Triangle button.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There are 8 categories. You have 30 options. Drive is selected. Cross button.
Off of play action,
Triangle
here's
button.
Stafford.
Circle button. Circle button.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by
Entering
about a
play
yard,
call.
if that.
Unchecked. Wide zone. Pod drag wheel. Wide zone. Padu. Wide zone WK. Pod drag wheel. Cross button.
Here we go on
Square
4th.
button.
Stafford.
Square button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down.
That is horrible.
Comes up with a big stop. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up a touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this to the 32.
Entering play call.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl.
Man,
You're watching the NFL
shit
on
terrible.
EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators.
And down he goes, a coverage sack.
That took forever.
Terrell Lewis coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get.
Yeah, I got to score. Maybe mess around.
That means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Powell on the return. Again the juke. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go out and we've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call them the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy.
Cross.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
R1 button.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Trying to throw it.
With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7.
Entering
found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
There are 8 category favorites. There are personnel, play type. There are run, pass, Hail Mary. There are 6 categories. You have 3 options. Hail Mary is selected.
Ugh. I hate going for it on this, but I don't want to punt.
Triangle
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
And he freaking dropped it.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Spread.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Cover 1,
and I can see the
5-3.
officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
R1 button.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic.
R1 button.
On 1st down at Stafford. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd.
Man, these fools ain't catching nothing.
We've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
R1 button.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Cross stick. Cross drag. Verts WR scheme. Circle button. Triangle
to the air
button.
again. Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's
Entering
incomplete.
play call.
Perfect example of the kind of
Prescott.
attitude you have to
Please
play defensive
go.
back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Square button.
Back to the air.
Circle
Stafford
button.
on second down. Pass complete to Akers on the out route.
Entering play call.
4
Which
yards
teams?
the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the
Cross
chains.
button. R1 button.
Throwing on third
Circle
down,
button.
Stafford.
Triangle button.
Yeah, this pass broken up.
And D-spot.
Excellent coverage there on
Punch
third
drive.
down, as that was
D-spot.
not an easy one to hold on to.
Cross button. R1
On
button.
fourth down,
Cross
Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down.
Entering cover
No
one
luck for the
hole.
Rams as they
Song
fail
hits
here
one.
on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Spread.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple.
Entering
Second and 8
man
coming
double
up.
bus.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But
Entering
now,
cover
it's got to
one
be
hole.
more about the
Sam
ball.
Mike
It's
one.
all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is
Spread.
one thing, but the clock will run out
Spread.
on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Here's Jones again on second down. 2 yards on the carry
Entering
there, and it's
play
going to lead him to
call.
third
Coach
down.
In order to play really good
Overlord
run
three
defense when
scheme.
you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well,
Entering
guys who play on the
flip,
inside, those
cover
inside
one MLB
linebackers,
blitz.
they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll need 5 on
Spread.
this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in
Entering
the
play,
second half.
return middle, return right.
On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So now Stafford and the
Entering
Rams
corner
down
strike.
10-0.
Inside
70
switch.
seconds remaining.
Corner strike.
They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in
Cross
short
button.
order to have a
Cross
shot.
button. Square button.
Toward the sideline, and that is a nice
Entering
catch as he's
play
able
call.
to tiptoe
Coach
his way
for
out of
vertical
bounds.
flood. For
So give him
vertical
2
flood.
yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
Triangle
Stafford
button.
now to throw.
R1 button. Triangle
And his
button.
throw's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call.
If this
Outside
offense
stop.
can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40
Entering
before he's
play
taken
call.
down.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options. Callout is selected.
Now it's
R1
Stafford.
button. Cross button.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. At 5 yards,
Entering
not going to
play
cut it
call.
here. That
For
clock
vertical
continues to
blitz.
run.
R1 button.
One last
Triangle
throw here
button.
for Stafford.
Triangle button.
And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone.
Well, there we go. Didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can
Yeah.
already see the T-shirts
Good season,
at
though.
training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
Entering post-game screen. You have 5 options. Finish game is selected. Entering weeks. Entering franchise hub screen home. View Pro Bowl roster. Pro Bowl Media Day is selected. Scout college player. Manage staff. Manage roster is selected. Play Pro Bowl is selected. Manage roster is selected.
Alright, so didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but we had a really good season. Alright, still got the Pro Bowl, so I'll probably play that here pretty soon. Alright, so catch you guys a little bit later. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for us. Alright, peace.